Hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline and today I'm going to be talking about 10 plants that I would not repurchase if I were to lose them or if they were to die on me. These are not plants that I don't love because I do love some of them. Some of them I am kind of going off a little bit, and they are also ones that are not doing very well in my collection, but I think that's normal. If you're not really into a plant anymore, the care for that plant is going to be less than what it is for a plant that you do love, so that is perfectly normal. And it is okay to go with plants. Like, you don't have to feel bad just because it is beautiful in someone else's collection and it looks so good there and it doesn't do well in your collection, or even if you've just gone off it for no reason whatsoever, that is okay. You know, everyone has different preferences. Everyone has different preferences. That's right. And, you know, it's perfectly normal. Everyone has different opinions, different, what is it called, aesthetics. You know, it's just every plant does it differently for each person, and that's what makes it so great. But we certainly have more than enough plants out there to choose from. So yes, these are 10 plants that I would definitely 100% not repurchase if I were to lose them. Okay, I'm going to work my way from, I think, you know what, I don't know. I'm not going to do this in any order whatsoever. I'm just going to take let's start with this one. This, I actually love this plant. So this is definitely one that is doing very, very well in my collection. This is the Aglaonema greyhound. It has these beautiful like white stems. The leaves, see if I can, the leaves are very, yeah, sorry about lighting today. I'm filming at like the worst possible time, but I'm also a mother of two, so I don't always have that option to film at a good time of day. Oh, she's actually really, really dusty. Yeah, this is one that honestly has just thrived on neglect, because I can sometimes go a whole month without giving her water and she will not give me any fuss whatsoever. She doesn't have, no, I only repotted her a couple of months ago, and Aglaonemas are quite slow anyway, but she has kind of like turned because she's facing the window. But yes, this is one that I do love, and oh, she's actually gonna flower for me. It's like, wait, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you. There's a flower. Yeah, she's gonna flower for me. Yeah, this is one that she was an impulse buy. And yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I would not repurchase this one. But yes, she was an impulse buy. I bought her when I was just feeling really, really, I think I was just having a bad day or something like that. And I went into a garden center and I didn't see anything that I liked, but I wanted to get something. And then I saw this one. I didn't have this one, and I'd never seen this one either, or heard of this one, so I did go ahead and buy her. But if she does die on me, which Aglaonema probably won't because she does thrive on neglect, I would not repurchase her again. I just think I'm very, very happy with the Aglaonema that I have. I have the cutlass, which I adore that plant. That is one that I would repurchase if that one would die. But I don't know, they're just kind of a little bit, the cutlass is very, very different, but I don't know, it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't do it for me. It's a very, very beautiful Aglaonema and very, very easy. Care-wise, this one, she has lived in low light, she's lived in high light, she has done it all, she's been neglected. I don't think I can overwater her because she's in a very, very, very chunky mix. But yes, very, very easy Aglaonema, but I would not repurchase her if, you know, she died. And I'm not at the point where I would rehome her. I don't really feel that way about her, but I don't know, you know, just one of those plants that doesn't do it for me, but it's just kind of there. Once there's a plant that I like really, really want, and she's taking up that real estate, then maybe I will sell her. I don't know, but yeah. But moving on to a plant that it does take up a lot of real estate, and that is this one. So this is my Philodendron ring of fire, and she is big. She's very, very big. This is the latest leaf she's given me. Look, that's big. That she's got some beautiful, beautiful variegation on that leaf. The thing is, I've been saying for months that I was going to get rid of this one. But I haven't done it yet because I've made the rule of do not throw away plants. I mean, don't throw away. Like, if I put a plant in a bin, there has to be like a real reason for it. But yes, I would definitely rehome this one or sell it or whatever. But if I make that decision that I don't want to plant in my collection anymore, I let it sit for a while because I've actually many times, but I think that was more hormone related because I was pregnant, and then the other time I was postpartum. Yeah, I think that was more hormone related. So I don't think that I made a very wise decision then to get rid of those plants just like that because they were irritating me. And this one has irritated me a lot because it does get in the way. It takes up, a lot of room. It's a lot, So yeah, that's the reason why I wouldn't repurchase her, just because she does take up a lot of room and is not really, I don't know. It's also, when she unfurls a leaf, I think this is actually the first time that she's unfurled a leaf that's not damaged. But every single leaf that she's given me comes out like damaged or gets stuck or, yeah. And it's also kind of a shame that when it comes in, it's got like this pinky tinge to it and then it like fades. So I like the pinkiness, that's nice. But I don't know. It's just, again, one of those plants that just doesn't do it for me. So I would not repurchase this one, and I am going to be rehoming this one. Just because she takes up a lot of room. And yeah, I think she can make someone else a lot happier than what she's done for me. I think that the Ring of Fire is like very, very sought after. And my mom actually has a beautiful Ring of Fire. So I do think it also depends. But even so, it's just one that's in my home. Yeah, it just doesn't... It's just not going to work. It just takes up a lot of room. And I did also buy her... I just thought, did I just see something crawling, or was that just me? No, I think that was just me. I'm paranoid of pests. I just always think that I can see something moving. Did I see something moving? No. No, I didn't. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. I've completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, it doesn't matter. She's just not worth it. Okay, this one. Oh yes, I was going to say that she was also a plant that I bought on a whim. I bought her because she was only €9. And I just couldn't not buy her for that price. But that just goes to say, like, don't buy plants just for the sake of it or because you're having a bad day. I don't know, just you need to like step by step think. Is it really going to make me happy? Do I really want it? Where am I going to put it? I was very of principle in the beginning of you will make room for plants, but I'm at the point where there is no more room. I can't make more room. So yes, I do have to kind of be a little bit careful with, I think I overwatered this one. Yeah, I do need to be careful with like real estate, with the plants in my home. So this one was also one that I bought on a whim. Actually, have I done that with a lot of these? I think I have. See, that just goes to show, just don't buy on a whim. Oh, there's like dead leaves at the bottom. Yes, I don't know what's going on with her, but she's been dropping leaves lately. And I did recently treat her for thrips because she was on this side of the room, and this side of the room I found thrips on a Hoya. So I did treat her, so she does not have bugs or anything. But I don't know why she keeps dropping leaves. I really don't. Her new growth looks healthy. I don't know. It's something that I've had a Schefflera before in the past, and that one also did that. But I mean, it is a beautiful plant. It is. I absolutely, yeah, she definitely did have thrips because there is damage there. But she's been treated already. It was over a week ago, so she's fine. Yeah, she definitely did have thrips. Maybe that's why she was dropping leaves. But anyway, yes, the Schefflera melanie. Also one that I bought on a whim, but I do love this plant. I do really, really love this plant. I mean, just look at that. She's very, very big and like, I don't know. I do love it. She's just one of those plants that she just always looks good. Always looks good. Even if she drops a couple of leaves, she just looks good. I mean, I just love like the variegation on this one. So, so pretty. Okay, camera is going to die. Be right back. There we go. She is also can be a very, very fast grower. I actually, yes, that's right. When I did my I have thrips video and I showed how I got rid of them, that was more at the beginning of this year. This one had it really bad. But what I did was I completely chopped her at the top here. I chopped her here and she's just reshooted here. To be fair, that has taken a while. She's only given me in that space probably about, was that 4 leaves? So yes, that did take a while. And also in that time I did repot her, and I do think that I've given her a little bit too much water. So now I'm just gonna let her dry out for a while. I don't know, it's been weird weather. So it's been very, very humid, then very, very hot, then very, very cold. It's weird. But anyway, yes, this is one that I absolutely love her, but I wouldn't repurchase her. It's just, I don't know. I am thinking of like reasons of what I can say, but it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling that you have with plants. And I wouldn't repurchase this one just because I think probably because of the level of love for her. It's not as high as other plants. It's also given me like a little bit of grief with pests. And also I don't know, at the rate that she's growing, I'm not really going to have like much room for her. I don't know. I think she will probably end up going upstairs into the bathroom because I've had a regular Schefflera before, and that one did amazing in the bathroom. So I think I'll put her up there once she just gets a little bit too big. I mean, she's already quite on the big side. She actually lives on a shelf there at the top in that space. That's where she lives. So I think she can stay there for a while, and she does appreciate the light there. But yes, it's just not one that I would repurchase again. She is just one that have struggled a little bit with pests, and the dropping of the leaves is also very annoying, especially if you don't see it and it drops on the couch. And yeah, I have 2 kids, so I have to be careful of that. I don't want them putting leaves in their mouths. But yeah, she has a lot of thrip damage. When I got her, she was a very fast growing plant, and she's just really slowed down. I don't know if that's just because of the repots or if that's because of the thrips. I don't know. But she's given me a little bit of grief, and she does take up quite a lot of room, and you always have to like turn her or she starts looking really, really funny. But yes, that's her. I do love her, but would not repurchase her. Okay, next up, this is actually, I'm going to put these 2 plants as one. So technically it's 11 plants, but I'm going to class these 2 together, and that is my 2 crawling philodendron that I have. And this is actually a baby from the mother plant. This is a cutting that I've just potted up. This is the plowmanii, and then the other one is the mcdowell. So both of them had spider mites really, really badly. And if you've had crawling philodendron before, you know when they get spider mites, the damage on those philodendron just looks so awful. There's like, it's hard to come back from that. And I had to chop off all of the leaves. And yeah, this is probably about my 3rd attempt with them. I've chopped them up so many times, and I keep on asking myself, is it worth it? Like, do I actually really love these plants? Do I want to put this much effort into them? And my answer is no, I don't. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to keep this one, the plowmanii. I mean, I do love that leaf. I mean, that is beautiful. But once this one gets too big, or once this one gets pests, which it will, because they just do, like I said, this is my third attempt, and all of the times it's all because of either EFN, which is really bad on the crawling philodendron, and spider mites. They get it really, really badly. So yeah, it just, also crawlers take up so much space. Like if you are limited on space, it's not one that I would recommend, just because they do, like you have to have like a long pot for it. It's like a trough planter. Yeah, it's just, it takes up a lot more room. I don't know, they're just other plants that I love more. I do feel bad about this one because I do love, see, this one's already starting to get it as well. It's funny, the juvenile leaves don't get it. I'll take that back. I'm going to try and show you, if you've not seen like what EFN is. Like, can you see that? All the dots and the markings. And you can see it quite well on this leaf as well, like the yellow dots. Oh, it's so annoying. It's honestly so annoying. It's just, yeah. I should have sold this plant when it was looking good. Now the EFN has just taken over, and I do rinse these plants on a regular basis. But it's just, for me, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. They are beautiful, really, really beautiful philodendron. I can definitely appreciate them from afar, but not in my collection. It's just, yeah, definitely one that I would not repurchase. Which is a shame, because they are stunning, stunning plants. Stunning, but just not for me. Okay, next up is this one. This was also an impulse buy, and that is the, what is this? Tradescantia nanouk. That's what this one is. And I bought this quite small, but it was so adorable when it was small, and I was actually looking for a plant to go into this pot. I love this pot with the little feet. I think it's so cute. Yeah, I was looking for a plant to go in here, and I wanted it to be from my own collection, and I went to the garden center, and of course I saw this, and this planter popped into my head straight away, and it was just for me kind of like a sign. Okay, I need to put this plant into here, and I do love it. Like, I mean, those pinky leaves, I do love that. That is stunning. That is beautiful. And the bottom is like purpley, and yeah, very, very pretty plant. But I wouldn't repurchase it just because I have had this is the only Tradescantia that I have in my collection. But I have had them in the past, and they just not a plant for me. They're just not a plant for me. They can be beautiful, and I have seen people grow them outside. So maybe, because she has grown quite a lot actually, maybe next year in the summer I will put her outside and see how she does. I do also have like a back room that has like an open glass like roof sort of thing going, and I could actually maybe hang her in there if she gets like too big for here. I mean, right now she's fine, you know, she's looking cute in there, and I do really like this pot plant combination, but it's definitely one that I would not get again. And I don't know, I've learned my lesson with buying plants like on impulse, just because you're there. It's just, honestly, those plants become more of a burden and more of a just like problem for me, I find, because I do have a lot of plants, and keeping up with care is, you know, it's a lot of maintenance. But if you're buying a plant that you're just buying because you're there, it's not going to go down well, and I've definitely learned from that. I mean, I keep up with the care on this one very, very well. She does have a couple of brown spots actually, and I have kept up with watering, but, and that leaf is good. I don't know, she's doing something at the moment. I don't know why she has those brown spots. Maybe I did miss watering one time. I don't know. She's had water this week, so she will be fine. Maybe. No, I don't see any roots coming out. She's fine. It's probably just that I missed watering once. It was an odd time. But yes, just one that I would not get again. But very, very cute. I do like her. Okay, next up is a begonia. I'm actually surprised there's only one begonia on this list. Honestly, I could probably put all of my begonias on here, but I'm not going to because right now they're just rehabbing and I'm just going to let them be. And I'm not going to say too much about them because I'm giving them their time. So, you know, I don't, these are 10 plants that I would just 100% not get again. So the next one is this begonia. I don't know what the name of this one is. I think it's mamba something, I think. But it has these like black leaves. Yes, it's a very, very like pretty begonia. It's very, very pretty. And I do love like the black leaves. And the back of the leaves are kind of like reddish. Got a reddish tinge to them. I actually wanted to pot this one up into this little pot, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But yes, this is one that I wouldn't buy again. This was one that actually I wanted to purchase. And when I found it, I did. But I made a decision that I'm not buying any more begonia that grow like this. And that is probably also why this one is in the list. The other ones are begonias that I probably also wouldn't buy again, but I don't want to cross those out yet because those were stunning. So I just know that this one is one that I wouldn't buy again if it does croak on me. And it's doing very, very well at the moment. There's a lot of new growth there. I do love this little plant and I can't wait to actually pot her up in this cute little elephant. But yes, it's just one that's, I don't want to buy these types of begonias. If I will buy new begonias, it will be cane begonias. There's actually one that I have on my wish list, and that is is it Fanny Mosa, something like that? Oh, that is a stunning, stunning begonia. But cane begonia, that's what I'm looking at, not at these type. So yes, I think I just have way better luck with cane begonias. All my cane begonias are doing amazingly. They've not given me any grief whatsoever. So it's obviously just these that I just don't get along with. So yes, just one that I wouldn't repurchase, but very, very pretty. I do love her. It's not one that I dislike. Next one is actually a very new one in my collection. I think I've only had this for maybe 2 months. And that is the Syngonium red arrow. So they have these really like dark leaves, and then the back are red. Very beautiful Syngonium, and I did really, really want this one. This was also actually, I don't know, this wasn't like a wish list plant, but it was a plant that I did want. But yes, I bought her on a secondhand website as like this really long piece, and I just cut her up. I propagated her in water, and then I put her, oh, can you really see roots there? And then I potted her up together in a Syngonium mix from Soil Ninja. And yes, she's doing very, very well. I do love this begonia. I really do. Like the new leaves come in like this browny, like a burgundy color. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. And so far, she's not really given me any grief. She did have a couple of like points that went brown, but I think that was just because she might have been in the water for a little bit too long. I don't know. She wasn't really getting any nutrients in that water, but she rooted very, very well in the water, and I actually was able to pot them all up. Yeah, I've only had her for 2 months, and I topped her up in that time, propagated her, and then did this. So she's doing very, very well, but it's just one that I wouldn't repurchase. I don't know. My experience with Syngonium is that they grow quite quickly, and this one's been on the slower side. She doesn't give me new leaves that often, but she seems to be taking off now. Obviously, I mean, it's only been 2 months, so there's not really much to judge. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't even see that. There's more roots there. There's another one. Yeah, she seems to be doing well. But I don't know, when I got her, the feeling that I had when I unboxed her just made it very clear to me that I only bought her because the shipping, when you buy things online here, when you buy something on a secondhand website, you do have to pay for shipping. And the shipping usually is between the 7 or 9 euros or something like that. And the plant that I wanted from her I don't know, I just kind of looked at her list and saw what else she had, and I saw that she had one of these, and I did want a red arrow, so I went ahead and got her, and she wasn't expensive either. I think she was like €5 for the cutting, so I just got her just to kind of justify the expense of shipping, I think, so that it wasn't just like for one plant. But yes, I don't know, I just wouldn't purchase this one again. I'm very happy that I have this one in my collection, and also is one that I absolutely love, but I wouldn't go out of my way to buy her again. But she is a very, very pretty Syngonium. Very, very pretty. Okay, next up, this is actually technically one of Mitch's plants. This is one that he purchased. This is, oh, she's just not looking very good. Yeah, this is one that is not doing very well. However, she is giving me a lot of new growth there. So this is the Pilea Peperomioides mojito. It's not the regular one. Is it the mojito? Yes, it is. It's the mojito. I'm just checking the roots. She does have like an impressive root system there, very spindly. But anyway, this is just one that we forget that we have a lot of the times. And honestly, the mottled, like the, let's see if I can find a leaf where I can like really show you properly. The mottled like variegation is not that, you can hardly see it. You can like hardly see it. I don't know, when we bought this plant, the variegation was a lot more pronounced, and now what she's doing is all the leaves that are coming out are all like curled like this, and I don't know why she's doing it. I really, really don't. She doesn't have pests, they're just curling. Like, look at this weird leaf. It's like bulging. That's like really weird. She is just now starting at the bottom here, starting to give us pups. So, I don't know. I really don't. I really wanted like a big one of these. Like, I used to have so many of the regular ones. So many. But I just kind of got over it, and then I missed it. And I shouldn't have gotten rid of her. I missed it. And then I saw these, and I did have it on my list for quite a while. And then Mitch actually saw it, and he was like, oh, that's quite interesting. So he went ahead and got one, but it's just been a little bit disappointing, the growth. It's nothing compared to the regular one, absolutely nothing. And maybe we're not giving it the right conditions. That leaf is gonna fall off, yeah. Yeah, maybe we're just not giving it the right conditions. I think it's probably that, because it is somewhere where there's not a lot of light. It's living right next to the acabar, so it is getting light from the acabar, but for the rest, it's kind of in the center of this room. So yeah, there's a window on each side, but if it's in the middle, it's obviously not, you know, that's low light. So I do think that this one needs more light, and I think then she will do better. But she also takes up quite a footprint, as you can see. So it's not like I can like prop her somewhere. She does need a little bit of space. Oh, that little baby at the bottom there is actually really, really cute. Look at it. So yes, this is not one that we'd repurchase, not one that we're going to get rid of either, I don't think. I'm going to do a little bit more research on her, on what she needs. I think that she just needs more light. So we're going to give her more light and see how she does. But yeah, that new growth is very, very weird. Very weird. I've never seen that. Yeah, it's just not what I expected if you compare it to the regular one. The regular one just does not stop growing. This one just doesn't do much, and maybe it is due to the conditions that we give her. But then again, before that, she used to even live right in front of a mother grow light, and even then she hardly did anything for us. So it's definitely a little bit of a finicky one. I don't know, maybe it's just particular on the plant, because I do believe in the fact that each plant, that like genes, that there's something that's different there. Because I've had different plants, more of, not like babies from the same plant, but just like two separate plants that are the same, and they do very, very differently. I have had that. So maybe it is that, maybe it's conditions, I don't know. I do know that I need to give her a shower because she's very dusty. But yes, this is just also one that I would not repurchase. She just doesn't, I think I would just probably maybe get a normal one. Just because we wanted this one to grow at the rate as like the regular one does. But yes, it's a shame, but we're going to do our best with her. And then last up is, I'm going to need to move some plants because she's big. I left the biggest one to last. Oh, there's molding going on here. I honestly don't understand why my moss poles are doing this lately, because she is right in front of a window. And that window is open on a regular basis. So she has more than enough airflow. I just don't understand why the moss is going moldy. I've never had that happen before. And she's bone dry at the bottom. And that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to like hydrate her. I'm just going to have to spray her, to be honest. But I can tell you one thing, she does not like being in front of that north-facing window. Her leaves look very, very bleached. And there is a dried up thrip on there. Yeah, I have sprayed a lot of my plants. Oh, and she has spider mites. You are going outside, I'm sorry, but you are right next to my alocasia and I just got rid of spider mites there. You are not going to be my downfall. It's not your fault. It's just, sometimes I hate this time of the year, and I think I'm like becoming an autumn winter girl just because the pests are peeing me off. I'm honestly over the pests. I'm so over the pests. I can really understand now that I had a plant burnout for 2 years in a row when I was pregnant. Yeah, I've been pregnant the last 2 years, so hormones just and pests and plants doing badly just did not mix, and a lot of plants ended up in the bin. But this is just, it's becoming a joke, the pests. It's honestly becoming a joke. And that's why she's not doing very well. Look, okay, the adansonii is one that's, you can actually see here. Yes, so the adansonii is one that I used to absolutely love. And I really wanted to get this one to size up. But it's honestly been a little bit of a struggle, and I've actually had better luck with getting adansonii to size up on those like cork poles, or what is it called? I don't know, like those other type of, like just like the poles that they use for support. I've had better luck with getting this one to size up on one of those, but the only thing with that is that when she got too big, I had to rip her off the pole. So yes, that was an issue. Well, it was a serious issue because I had to start over again. And doing it this way, she has a very, very, I'm going to show you. And actually with the sun now, you're going to be able to see nicely. But I mean, look, she has a very, very good root system in there. But the bottom here is completely, it's dried out. And that's what I'm trying to do, is rehydrate her. But the top is going all moldy. Like, look at that. Can you see that? That's disgusting. If you know how to stop that, like, let me know. I've never had that happen before. That's really weird. No, see, the thing is my philodendrons don't get it because there's a fan standing right here and it goes 360, but this is right by the window. That's what I don't understand, is there's also circulation there. So why is it doing that? And it's not that I'm not giving it enough water, because it's bone dry at the bottom. I don't know. It's just definitely not one that's I'm going to repurchase. Definitely not. I bought her as a teeny tiny little plant, and I actually bought her for Mitch. So technically this is one of Mitch's plants, but he just really wanted a Monstera, a climbing Monstera with these fenestrations. And actually quite a couple of videos ago, someone commented and said, I think you would really like the Monstera escalato. And I looked up on that one a little bit more, and yes, I really want the Monstera escalato. I think just like what we wanted with like fenestration and also leaf size, the escalato has beautiful fenestrations and sizes up a lot easier from what I've like researched. So I'm definitely going to try and get that one. I've actually found one on plants.com for only 19 euros. It's a baby one, yes, but still, that's not bad for a baby one. The other ones that I've seen are like over 50 euros for not a very big one either. But it's been out of stock for like weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'm going to wait, and when that gets back into stock, I will definitely be ordering that, because I do really, that's just what we wanted. And I think what we're going to do is we have two splendids next to each other in our moss pole corner. Well, there's only 3 moss poles in there, but it's for like our 3 favorite climbing plants. I think I'm going to move one of the splendid ones because that one almost needs to be extended again. So I'm going to chop her up and restart again with that one as well. So there'll be room for another one where I can put the escalato. And I think that one will also be happy with like the mother grow light. So yes, this one is going to be chopped up. That's why I'm actually going to I'm going to take her outside, give her a really good soak. I might use the higher setting to get rid of all that mold going on up there. Rehydrate the bottom here. It's actually going to be quite warm the next couple of days, and then it's going to go back down again. But those days, I'll use those days to keep it in the back room, and then I can chop her up and I'll just make props, and I can give them to friends or family or sell them. Because they will make someone else a lot happier, and we are obviously not giving this plant optimum care. I just had to insert another memory card, but anyway. Oh, she's wobbly. It's very top heavy because the top part is wet and the bottom half isn't. Yes, I was saying I'm going to chop her up and make someone else happy with these cuttings, because she's not getting the optimum care in our collection, and it's just, that's sad. She deserves a lot more love than what we're giving her, because the adansonii is a beautiful one. So yes, another one that I'm going to blend in with this one as well, because it's also going to be one that's going to be chopped up. What is it? The Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Yeah, that one is not... Wait, that was the one that I called the Philodendron dragon tail. Yeah, I got a lot of people saying, no, it's not that. I don't know. Look, on the website, it said Philodendron dragon tail, so... that's what I just called it because it was from the website. But whatever it's called, doesn't matter. But that one is also going to be chopped up. And that will also be one that we are not going. So yeah, I'm kind of blending. I've done it twice now, blending 2 plants into one, just because it's a lot of plants. And honestly, I could probably make a list of about 20. It's just the same situation with this one than it is with the, the Rhaphidophora or whatever. Yeah, that one is also going to be rehomed, and just one that we're not loving, just like this one. But that happens. It's perfectly normal that you have these things happen in your collection. So yes, it's been a bit of a blend of plants that are not doing well, plants that we're going to be rehoming or selling or whatever. Honestly, there are some plants here that I absolutely love, and actually most of them I do. Most of them I really, really love, and I do appreciate them and admire them. But asking yourself the question, would you rebuy that plant, has made me stop and think, especially with this one and the Rhaphidophora. Those were 2, they were just kind of always there, and we just took care of them. Do you actually really, really love them? Do you want to see them thrive? I always ask myself the question, how many times a week do you look at that plant? Not enough, obviously. And some of these plants, yes, on a regular basis, almost every single day. But not enough for me to actually repurchase them. Do you actually love them that much? And it's weird also how your tastes change. And like I said, I have made the mistake in the past of getting rid of plants, and I have repurchased them because I regretted getting rid of them. So this did take me a while to really stop and think, okay, what are 10 plants that I know 100% I would not repurchase? And maybe this time next year, when I make this video again or whatever, I will still have these plants. I hope I do. I hope I still have a lot of them. I'm really excited to grow some of them and see how they do, especially this one. This one has really, really great potential because what a regular one can do. But, it's a bit of a learning curve. Obviously, this one there's something oh, it's the ring of fire. Me. This leaf is. Yeah, I don't know. The Ring of Fire, for example, I got distracted then. Yeah, what I was saying with the Pilea, it has great potential, and I really want it to grow like a regular one, but you know, we'll get there. And maybe we'll get to a point that'll irritate Mitch, but I don't know. I like it. I do really like that one. So I'm definitely going to do my best to take care of that one. But this one is one that I was going to say that this one was more of a like, what is it? What do they call it? Is it peer pressure? Yes, peer pressure. That's what it is. This one was definitely peer pressure. This one was the last one on the table. It was a sale. She was looking very sad, but very sad. This was actually more of a rescue, and I am a sucker for rescuing plants. I really, really am. So that's probably, she's also very wobbly in the pot. That's probably also the reason why I've not gotten rid of her, because she is a rescue. That's right. I don't know, maybe I'll keep her in the propagation room. See, I'm doing it again. I'm not going back. I've said so many times I'm going to sell her, and then I don't. Maybe I'll just keep her in the propagation room. I don't know, but rescue plants are just like so special to my heart. And yes, I paid full price for it. It's not like I bought her on like a rescue shelf or anything. It's just she looked so sad, and she was only €9. And for a Ring of Fire at that time, I bought her beginning of this year. That's cheap. That's really cheap. I think for a baby one at that time, they were selling for like €30, and I found quite a big one. She was already quite big for €9. So yes, that was a bit of peer pressure and a little bit of a getting sucked into a rescue, I guess. But you know, yeah, I mean, a lot of the cases, for example, this plowmanii, I did buy this one along with the McDowell because it was the first time of me trying crawling Philodendron, and I really wanted to give it a try. And I also bought them on sale, so also a little bit of pressure there, I guess. No, I need to go stop looking on the websites when there's sales. That's what it is. But she was big, she was beautiful. I still love her. I still love both of those plants. It's just not one that I feel like putting so much effort into. It's just not. That's not one that's, I don't know, the more I look at her, I'm like, okay, she can live in my propagation room. But no, I need to stop. I'm a hoarder when it comes to pots. I really am. I've been saying for weeks, I'm going to go up there and take pictures of plants and sell them. But I have a really hard time of doing that. Like making the list for this, it was hard. It was really hard. Because I don't know, you kind of like, when you love your plants so much, you humanize them a little. You humanize them a little bit. It's just, it's hard. It's really hard. And a lot of these plants I bought, I don't know, I had good intentions with this one, for example. I had good intentions, but just not one for me. And I didn't know about the escalator then, actually. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, I'm not crying. I just sneezed and yawned at the same time. That was really weird. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Yes, do not be influenced by my video. Don't be like, okay, I'm not gonna get those plants. Really think about what type of conditions you have, what type of plants that you like, what you look for in plants. Like, I don't want this to be a video that like influences you of like, oh no, I'm not going to buy those plants, because everyone is different. Everyone has different opinions, different preferences. And also you change. Like 2 years ago, I was obsessed with Syngoniums. I'm not obsessed anymore. You know, your preferences change, your opinions change, your tastes change. So that's perfectly normal. That's part of the journey. That's part of how everything goes. And you also, you know, you discover a lot of new plants. Maybe there's some plants that I've shown you today that you've never seen before. Probably not, because they're quite common ones. I don't know. But yeah, you might find something like, oh, I like that. And, you know, you might race to the challenge. Like, oh, maybe if it doesn't work by her, then maybe it will work by me. You know, because everyone's conditions are different. They are. You can be living in the same country, and even the same type of house with the same, what is it called, like with a south-facing window or a north-facing, whatever. You can have all of those things, but it can still be different. For example, I used to live in a house that had that, great windows, all of that, but it did not have floor heating. I have floor heating now. So things definitely, you know, your conditions are, they can be very, very different. It's a big, it just, what am I trying to say here? It just determines a lot. It really does. Conditions, what is it? Conditions set the growth potential. That's what it is. I read that on a website. That's a good sentence. Yes, conditions set the growth potential. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel because I upload new videos twice a week. I have lately also been posting a lot of long videos. I've been doing a lot of plant chores. So I don't know, I hope that you like long form videos. I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe I should split it up into like 2 parts. I don't know, but anyway, that doesn't matter. Let me know actually in the comments down below if you like short videos or long videos or whatever. I've had a couple of people say they like long videos because you can like do plant chores with me, like body doubling sort of thing. So yes, let me know about that. Let me know about any plants that you would not repurchase. It might, you know, make some other people think when they're reading the comments. And yes, I will see you in the next video. Bye.